Hello everyone, this is Marie from Skeletorama. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the kits that I have available on Etsy, actually two of them. This is the Celtic Heritage Scotland kit, and I'm going to go through some of the pages of the regular kit and the add-on kit just so you can see kind of what they look like. And then I'm going to go over one of the journals that I made with it so you can kind of see what you can do with it. So these are the pages here. Now, you'll want to print them on your printer if you can borderless. I apparently don't get along with my printer very well, so it doesn't like to print borderless for me ever. And so that's why you see this white. Normally I would just trim that off. So you have the saltire, you have the lion rampant, and then you have some of the more decorative pages for the inside here. And they have different historical quotes and things like that in there. We have all these. Of course, you gotta have pipers. And there's Mary and Edinburgh Castle. And then there are also some lined pages and some blank pages. So those are so if you want to print them duplex, so you do both sides at the same time, you can, and that way you can choose whether you want to have, you know, decorative and decorative, or you want to have decorative and plain or decorative and lined. It's kind of up to you. That's why I have the PDF document, because it's just easier to print that way. And if your printer will support that, you just check a checkbox and it'll do back to forth. You want to flip on the short side. Flip on the long side, it's going to be upside down, which then becomes collage pages, which are fun. So, anywho, that's that there. And then this kit also includes some different things. We have some pockets for you here. It's a library card pocket, some corner pockets, envelopes, and banners, tags, more tags, some little tabs, tickets, and this little book. So you can either print these. Usually I print them onto parchment paper because I'm lazy and I hate gluing tea stain paper on the back. My printer sometimes gets along with tea stain paper, sometimes doesn't. If you can print on tea stain paper, it looks great. Here's a library card that goes in there. Some more pictures and things for you to decorate with. Postcard, and this is designed so you can just cut the postcard out here, fold it here, put it together, and you have a more of a postcard weight in there. For the ephemera part, I usually print that on cardstock because it's nice and thick, so I don't have to do anything with it. It's not kind of flimsy in there. Some more pictures, all kinds of pictures, travel stuff, and whatnot there. So that's the main kit itself. And then we have an add-on kit as well. And this just has more ephemera and stuff to decorate. Now, the colors come out much better on normal people's printers versus somebody who's running out of yellow. So please bear that in mind when you see these. Okay, so there's those. We got more postcards, maps, cigarette cards, pictures, and you can use these to decorate, you know, tags. You can print them off as if they're pictures and stick them in there, and I'll show you examples of that when I get to that point. Over here, and there's more pictures, so many more pictures. Usually the add-on kits come about because I make the main kit and I make the journal, and then I'm like, I need more stuff. So that benefits you guys, because then that means I make an extra kit. I did some larger scale ones, so you have options for covers as well. I'll show you that, and then these here. Okay, so those are the pages, and here is one of the finished journals. So there's that. Let's see, let's get one of these pages here to help correct my white balance, because I'm using an iPhone and apparently not terribly good at it. So there we go. Put this over that white part. There, that helps a little bit. Okay, so here is one of the journals that I made. So it's got the little tassel here with all kinds of charms and different stuff. It's basically, they're real easy to do, and I have mine clip on and off because you really have to decide before you put your signatures in whether you want to put the hole in, and I didn't. Whoops. So I just made it so it'll clip on now. But this is like, how many strings of stuff can you stick together and still be able to tie it in a thing and have it look okay? That's the secret to making tassels right there. that's that one. So here we go, we've got the cover of it. And sorry, I don't know how to focus this thing out without making a gigantic mess of the world. So this is one of the pictures that comes in the add-on kit that I used here, and I sewed around it, did different layers. Got tea stained paper, has the ubiquitous cheesecloth. These are, I believe these are an iron orchid mold that I cast in resin, different things. So we'll open it up here. I tend to cover mine in cloth. I do 6x9 with a, I think this is a 2.5 inch spine. That just seems to be the best size for me, and that way I don't have to shrink the papers down, I don't have to cut anything down, I don't have to do anything weird. If you open this up, I have the cloth lining on the outside, and you can see here is the library card and some of the little bits. The card always has a real book title that I would actually recommend if you want to learn about Scotland. It's a great book to do that with. And then some pieces there, all sorts of little bits. This is vellum, and so here we have one of the first pages, and then I use the line pages on the back. I kind of varied. Personally, I don't like to do fancy. I like to do fancy plain, just to give some variety. We've got a pocket, we've got some more of this. Again, this piece in the ephemera kit, let me see if I can find it. So this one here is this one right here, and again, just like the postcard, it's done so that you can cut one piece out and fold it so that it's seamless front to back. I mean, you may have to trim a little tiny bit because, as you can tell, this has square corners, this has round corners. So I just cut it out as a square, fold it, glue it, and then I trim it at the end so that everything's the same. So we've got those. You can keep going through. I have the pictures here, more of them. These ones, with the larger ones, I tend to like to sew around them and audition them for the cover, and whatever doesn't make it gets glued to one of these pages. And this is just graphic 45 paper. Some smaller ones used to decorate it. So here's an example of what you can do with some of the pictures. This is a guest check, and it's just got some layering, and then that picture is sewn around there. Okay, so over here we have some more ephemera pieces here. This is what I do with the banners here. So I will take banners and scrapbook paper, and there's tons of videos of how to do this online. I know Gayle Agostinelli is one of the people that I love to watch, and she, gets inspired from a lot of other people. So I don't know who came up with these, but so I'll cut like a rectangle, and I put the paper clip on it so that the large part's down here, kind of twist that end around so it doesn't get stuck on everything. And then I will glue the banner to the front so that it's even with the top. And then once it dries, I trim it down around the edges, and it sandwiches that paper clip in there, so you've got something to hold stuff on in a decorative way, because otherwise, you just have to glue it. More pictures. This is a booklet from a tour guide. We have these here. These are just on regular cardstock. It's another one of the pages. And then I do the fancy, of course, center page here. Have the, I made a booklet, so I used book pages, and then I used some of the pieces as pockets so that I can tuck other pieces in it. And since the book pages aren't necessarily, if they're older, they tend to be brittle, I went ahead and glued fabric to kind of reinforce the spine, and then did it that way. So I tend to make all of this stuff the same, so every center page will have one of these envelopes, etc., etc. Okay, so we've got the tickets. I do the same thing with the tickets as I do with the banners. So there's ticket and there's paper clip, and that's super special. Okay. And then we have here, so again, these are the pictures from either the add-on or the regular kit. Honestly, I don't remember which one. But I do, nice layering stuff. And I put them on a tea-stained envelope, and then I can tuck some of the larger pictures inside. You'll notice in this particular one, some of them repeat, and it's only because I ended up having to print a couple versions of the kit out because my printer was being difficult. So I had lots of stuff to play with. But some more things here, some more paper clips, some more pictures. This right here is a glassine bag, and I do those, I do tea stain them, and I do put them in the oven. Most people don't, but you just have to be quick. That's all. And so it's got a little bit of fabric dangling from it. And it's a perfect size to hold some of the smaller pieces here. And just tuck those guys in. Make sure I'm not in the screen. Okay, so again, more ephemera. And pictures, and they're tucked in there. And here's one of the tags. So I just take them and I back them with tea stain paper. And I put Fancy Business that I get from the craft store in there, so it's all fluffy. And this is another glassine style bag. And again, I have it's been sewn around and layered. Obviously I sew that before I put it on the bag because that would be just a disaster. Some smaller pictures I'll just kind of stick into different places. So again, we have another one of tags here. And that way they kind of stick out the top and give you a lot of texture hanging off. Really Wallace there. Okay, same thing here. So Robert Bruce. And then again, so this is just a piece of file folder. It's got tea stain paper on it and scrapbook paper on the front, and then just little bits and small pieces from the kit. So I always try to add a ton up and in there. And of course the Stewarts, because, well, that's my family. So I had to put a lot of Stewart in there. All right, so here we've got some more pictures, tucked in the little pockets. And I may be doing a tutorial thing where I do one of these kind of things all the way through, if y'all are interested in that. I have my Wales one that I haven't done yet. I haven't made a journal of it yet. And then I have my Irish one I need to redo because I got some wonderful pages from an Etsy seller that are Gaelic and book pages, antique book pages. So I need to redo that. So here we go. And that's the nice thing with the kits is that you can print it out and make 75 of them if you want to. I don't know who has that kind of time. I sure don't. But some more stuff, more graphic 45. I love graphic 45. So again, just guest check, put the stuff on it there. This is, I want to say Patricia Viramontes style pockets, but it's made with old book pages and kind of torn and sewn, and we put all kinds of little junk in there. Okay, and then here we go. This is just regular paper clip because I ran out of banner stuff and I was lazy, so there you go. And then I do lace on, I usually put it on the thicker, because I do these in cardstock as well, if I don't do them in parchment, so that it can kind of stand up to more stuff. Got more banners, got the book page, got some more pictures, all kinds of pictures of banner, the centerpiece here. Yeah, we've got, here's the smaller tag here. There's James Stewart. And then the booklet. So what I did is I took the booklet and it's on cardstock, and then I put it onto scrapbook paper, and then I just did a few little pages, and I sewed it right down the center. With this, don't try to do too many pages or your sewing machine will get rather pissed off at you. I've got some more stuff here. Have another one of the envelopes, same kind of, I love this, they're just cute. This, and then of course some of the extra things. Edinburgh Castle, gorgeous. And of course there's St. Margaret. Okay. A picture. Yes. It makes a ton of stuff. So depending on how crazy thick you like your journals, if you like them rather plain, you could probably get a couple out of all the ephemera stuff. But yeah, I shove everything into one because I just am psychotic that way. Okay, another one of the cabinet cards here. Folded over page, more ephemera in it. Lots and lots of ephemera. Some more dictionary page. These, so this paper here is wax paper type stuff, like parchment paper. So when I tea dye my papers, I put that down on the baking sheet so that it doesn't make an ungodly mess, because the paper will stick if you don't have something under it. The cool thing is that by the time you're done tea dyeing all your paper, you also have this stuff. So I hang on to it and I kind of scrunch it up, ruche it up, and sew down it, and then use it to make these little things. And I make a whole ton of them, and I stick them all over the place. Here. All in here, and it's just yarn and fabric and sparkly bits. got to have sparkly bits. Envelopes. There's Bonnie Prince Charlie. All right, we got more stuff here, and this is another one of those pockets made with old book pages, and more of the stuff stuck to it. This goes in more pockets there. And have these here, and here's a postcard. So again, you know, it's designed so that you keep it attached, score it down the center, you know, you just take your vintage photo and gussy it up there along the edges, because, you know, God forbid you leave a white edge on anything. I know I don't like to. And then it's more of a postcard weight, so it feels more like a real postcard. But you don't have to worry about trying to line anything up. It's already lined up for you. All right. Some more things. All kinds of things. Here's the salt here. Got another bookmark here. Another one of the cabinet cards. This one is just done on the regular paper. I was thinking of doing a set where I have a bunch of cabinet cards where they're done, where you can sandwich them together. It'd be kind of cool. Some of the postcards. God knows I got enough postcards. So here's another tag. Let's see more pictures. Pages. Here. Another one. I love this map. So pretty. We have other pages. Another guest check. Because why not? I like to make things. I always do 3 signatures when I do the journals, and then I'll do stuff in 3s. And Gayle Agostinelli again had a really good way when she's distributing where to put her pockets and things like that. You know, so if we've got a pocket here, for example, where it's sewn on, if you go to its corresponding, so we are 1, 2, 3 things in. If we go to the front, we are 1, 2, 3 things in. There's the other pocket, and the nice thing is that it'll automatically balance your signature out so that you're not top heavy or back heavy, and everything's got kind of a nice spread to it. So thank you for that tip, Gayle, because that has served me very well quite a while. And here, and then we've got another. This is the big pocket. I just didn't get around to making anything to put in it. And again, we have the paper. This, and I'm cheating here because this paper is from the Authentique Dublin collection, which is Irish, but it's still Celtic knotwork, so it still works out. And of course, you have the back here and the corners and things like that. So that's an example of, you know, what you can do with these things. And apologies for the lighting. It's the first time I'm doing this, and I can't do lighting good on a good day. So there is that. But I'll put a link in the description area to where you can get the kits and download them on Etsy and print them off. And I hope you enjoyed a look at that. I will be doing one for all of the kits that I have where I've got journals finished for. So I'll be doing a flip through with the Ireland kit, a flip through with the Egypt kit, and add on for both of those. And then I will be making new one live. So it'll either be Wales, or it will be redoing the Irish one with the, I think I'm going to redo the Irish one first with the book pages, because the book pages are gorgeous. So anyways, thanks for watching, and hope you all enjoyed. Take care. Bye-bye.